Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Toronto Raptors facing the Golden State Warriors. It's got to be a relief to see Kyle Lowry back in uniform, looking healthy and ready to contribute.
Yeah, and the fans have been waiting for this moment for a while. I'll bet they're going to let him know how happy they are to have him back on the court. He's worked extremely hard to return to the lineup as quickly as possible. I know he's been waiting for this day, too.
You're right, and you have to be impressed with the way they played while he was out. I mean, give them credit. They dug deep, and they found a way to keep winning games.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Toronto right now, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle, and it's Carroll in at the small forward.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled. Here's Lowry. Andrew Bogut making his last shot, and it's Lowry penetrating. It's stolen by Green. It's 2-on-1, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. They double-team Curry. Pulls up on the elbow. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. And the Raptors off to a slow start. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Here's Valanciunas. And again, no good by Toronto. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I caught up with head coach Dwayne Casey. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Curry, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan against Thompson. Green kicks to Bogut. Just 5 on the clock. And he lays it straight in. Bogut's got his second bucket of the night.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Here is Lowry. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished. Struggled to handle the ball. Created then his own shot. And but sometimes he would create for others too. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Now here is Lowry, following the miss by Draymond Green. The drive by Lowry. The stupendous finish in traffic. Lowry's got his first 2 points. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Shot clock at 5. Green dishes to Barnes. That's good. Barnes has got 6. Raptors trail by 4. Lowry passes to Carroll. Draymond Green pulls it in.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
And here's DeRozan after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. DeRozan against Curry. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space four. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially.
Well, last year, Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but, you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
Raptors trail by 5. Outside Lowry. And it's sent back by Bogut. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Barnes. Curry's got 5 now.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And as you mentioned, the Raptors did improve last season. I mean, they cut back on their turnovers a lot. They were top 3 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball.
Azili kicks to Curry. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And as you said, the Raptors took care of the ball a lot better, and as a result had more assists. They also cut back on their fouls, and that was helpful. Little things like that made them much more competitive as a team and helped lead them to those 49 wins.
Raptors trail by 10. Outside Lowry. They set the pick. On the wing, DeRozan. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And that's now 6 points for DeMar DeRozan. Warriors have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Curry kicks to Bogut. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Patterson dishes to Lowry. DeRozan against Thompson. Here's Valanciunas. The shot is off. And Golden State will come the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Lowry with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. The drive by Lowry. It's deflected. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get a shot up. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Tries again. Now Thompson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Bogut, the pass to Azili. Back to Bogut. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 10 points for Steph Curry.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Lowry following the basket by Stephen Curry. DeRozan in the corner. Here's Valanciunas. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. 17-foot shot on the way. No good from Valanciunas.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And he gets it to go. As we're talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
And the Raptors call time here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
It wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Here's Iguodala following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Here is Livingston. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next three quarters as well, Greg.
Now here's Ross. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Livingston kicks to Curry. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. 16 points for Steph Curry.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Johnson the screen, and Joseph kicks to Ross. Left side, DeRozan. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league. The steal leaders among shooting guards. The fourth spot held by DeMar DeRozan.
And this is a very intense group. I mean, those steals don't come by accident. I mean, they've gotten them through the effort, and they're willing to expend that kind of energy on that aspect of the game.
Well, the most active hands in the league, I think, belong to those fellas right there. I mean, that is one pesky bunch of pickpockets.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in, and Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. 1:29 left here in the opening quarter.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Golden State moving it around. Azili dishes to Livingston. Pass to Looney. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, Greg, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
Livingston passes to Barbosa. To the inside. Here's Looney. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And it's working for him, Greg. You like that initiative, not settling for stuff on the perimeter.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Here's Azili. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Here's Looney, and that's not going to go. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
And Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Jonas Valanciunas, Bismack Biyombo, who's out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's Lowry, and it's Joseph in at the two-guard.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Warriors have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And Toronto making a change here. Patterson's checked in, and Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That's on Andrew Bogut. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Stephen Curry, he's checked in for Golden State. Outside Lowry. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Comes up empty down low.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised the shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
And here's Lowry after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Lowry dishes to Patterson. Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and they get it back. That's good. Ross has got his first basket.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Curry. Barnes has got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Green, the pass to Curry. He dishes it to Bogut. And Green now, top of the key. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Thompson against Lowry. Valanciunas with a screen on Thompson. The drive by Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ross with a wide open look. Money from the wing. Ross has got 4 points in the quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Curry dishes to Bogut. This one for 3. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
And Carroll gets it to go.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. But I think he's found a home now.
Got a piece of it. Green kicks to Bogut. Pass to Barnes. Puts one up from 19. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Raptors trail by 12. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
Here is Ross. Following the basket by Draymond Green. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. To the middle. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage. And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Raptors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Now here's Thompson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Ross in the corner. The three-pointer, no good. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Lowry with the ball. 5 points in the game. Ross passes to Lowry. And good on the basket. Book it. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Now here is Lowry. He has 7. There's the pass to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Bogut. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Poked loose. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Ross leading the charge. Lowry kicks to Ross. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists tonight.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
That's good. And it's now 22 points for Steph Curry.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Warriors leading by 15. Right wing, deep 2 from Rush. And it's Lowry with the rebound. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Inside. It's blocked.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Raptors trail by 15. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Ross kicks to Patterson. Lowry against Thompson. The shot by Lowry, no good. Golden State's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Kicks it to Ross. Outside Lowry. Shoots from 14. Good. Lowry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Curry dishes to Bogut. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Azili following the score by DeMar DeRozan. They set the screen. Looney. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Here's DeRozan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
no,
right,
my goodness.
right. Yeah, he probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And here are the Raptors now, following the score by Golden State. They set the pick. Fires from 14. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
But they'll get another chance. Johnson kicks to Ross. Basket is good, the assist from Johnson. And it's 8 points now for Terrence Ross.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Warriors leading by 14. Here is Livingston. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. For 3, Barbosa, another 3 for Golden State.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
And it's DeRozan missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here is Livingston. Pass to Barbosa. Iguodala dishes to Barbosa. It's stolen by DeRozan. And Joseph kicks to Johnson. Here is Livingston. DeRozan defending. There's the pick. Here's Looney. A dominating first half of basketball.
I'm alongside Coach Casey, and Coach, you guys are getting torched out there tonight. What's going on?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo, and I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense, you know.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 22 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, first of all, Ernie, they were atrocious on the boards. Getting tough on the glass has got to be the first thing they address. There is no way they can come back into the game unless they show more fight in the paint. If not, Ernie, they're going to be barbecue chicken.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. Carroll passes to Patterson, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Patterson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Toronto. Curry dishes to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Bogut kicks to Green. No good. And Toronto will come the other way. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Curry, good.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Thompson against Lowry. For the 3. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Carroll, and it's sent back by Bogut. Curry passes to Thompson. But they get it back. Green dishes to Bogut. Back to Green. The feed to Bogut. A second chance effort. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Curry kicks to Rush. The tray. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Toronto calls timeout.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Thompson against Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. And DeRozan. Here we go. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. DeRozan's got 19 points. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Curry against Lowry. Patterson, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Patterson's got 10.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Thompson outside. Back to Curry. Puts it up. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up. I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
From downtown, Toronto grabs the miss.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Carroll, no one around him. Off target with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Curry passes to Barnes. Off target from outside. Raptors trail by 14. Carroll with it. Guarded now by Barnes. DeRozan against Curry. Offensive rebound. Here's Patterson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
What a game we've seen here for Patterson. 10 points and 2 steals.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Golden State. Draymond Green comes in for Brandon Rush. The Raptors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Back to DeRozan. Banked in off the glass. DeRozan's got 21 in the game.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Now here is Lowry. 12 points for him. Valanciunas with a screen on Curry. DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And DeRozan kicks to Biyombo. It's DeRozan with the drive. That's good. DeRozan's got 23.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
DeRozan passes to Biyombo. Dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And he just big boyed him right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Biyombo. It's Iguodala with the drive. Thompson for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. 8 points for Klay Thompson.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Johnson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Curry. And the Raptors also making a change. Ross is checked in. Johnson attacking. And good on the basket. Book it. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement.
Look at that.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Here is Ross, following the score by Golden State. Just 5 on the clock. And DeRozan, here we go. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Warriors leading by 14. Iguodala dishes to Ezeli. Nobody near Barnes. And another 3 for Golden State.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts. But that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
Now, here's Joseph. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's the screen. And DeRozan kicks to Biyombo. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys. You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
Now, here's Joseph. There's the triple. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist from Joseph. 26 points for DeMar DeRozan. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Johnson, the pass to Ross. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Feeds to Barnes. From the high post. They get it again. Another shot, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Joseph dishes to Biyombo. to the paint. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Comes up empty off the pick.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Raptors trail by 17. Ross kicks to Joseph. Dishes it to DeRozan. He feeds it to Joseph. They swipe it. Iguodala, the pass. Yeah. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Now, here's Joseph. Johnson the screen. 6 to shoot. Another miss by Johnson.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here is Livingston. On the wing, it's Iguodala. And stolen by Biyombo. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And here is Curry on the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Carroll in at the 3 slot. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Now, here's Joseph.
The NBA has done a terrific job of increasing its presence around the globe. I mean, what was once a national sport has become a global sport in a relatively short time. I think that'll continue to be the case as a larger international presence moves forward.
Now, here's Curry following the shot by Patrick Patterson. Thompson with the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Lowry from the high post, and he gets the bucket. The NBA, it's undeniable, becoming a global game. It's reflected in the players. 1/4 of the league. That's amazing. 1/4 of the league. Now international play.
It's unreal. I mean, that number is going to continue to grow, I think, over the years. Last season, they had a game in Mexico, and events like that really help expand the popularity of the NBA.
Now, Carroll, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And the 3 off target. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Green. To the inside, it's stolen by Valanciunas. Lowry with the ball, and it's Iguodala picking him up. The drive by Lowry, and that one's good.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Passes it to Ezeli. Thompson dishes to Curry. Ezeli kicks to Iguodala. Off target from 3-point range. Raptors trail by 18. Inside, it's tipped. Iguodala with the steal. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Patterson, that's good.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Green with a screen on Lowry. In the corner, it's Ezeli. Back to Curry. There's a screen. Out to Thompson. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Just 5 to shoot. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And the Warriors lead by 19.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Valanciunas with a screen on Thompson. Lowry kicks to Patterson. Green with the block. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Raptors trail by 21. Now here's Lowry.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
Now here's Curry. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for the Warriors. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Shot is off. Nice D from Bogut. And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Outside, Green, all alone. Can't get it to go. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. The dish now to Lowry. Hits the front of the rim and out. Warriors leading by 19 points. Iguodala kicks to Bogut. Fires for 3. And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by Bogut. Bogut's got 4 assists now tonight. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Screened by Valanciunas. Joseph, the pass to Valanciunas. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for him.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Pass to Bogut. Thompson against DeRozan. Bogut sets a screen for Thompson. But they get it back. Curry outside. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 6 assists in the game. Curry against Lowry. Shoots from the elbow. Valanciunas. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Toronto. Curry kicks to Green, and the layup falls. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Patterson, that's good. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Outside DeRozan to the middle. Here's Valanciunas, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Curry with it. Lowry picks him up. Here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 10 points for Draymond Green.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. That's good. 26 points for Barnes.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Now here's Patterson for three. Ross, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
Here's Thompson. The Raptors knocking down the tray. Lets it go with a three. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
They double him with Green. For three, Ross. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 11 rebounds in the game. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the three ball is good.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Now here is Lowry. Ross for three. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Thompson.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Kevin. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Curry kicks to Green. Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Shot from 16. The shot by Curry, no good. Raptors trail by 19. Now Lowry. He dishes it to Ross. Right side, DeRozan. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Bogut slams it in.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And it always feels good to get that first win in the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, This will put them up 1-0 so far against the Raptors.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Stephen Curry. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. To the wing right side. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Tries again, and it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That one goes. Count it.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
For three, Barbosa, and the shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Here's Biyombo. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was...
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith without Stephen Curry. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He can't. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.